episode of Kickin is brought to you by the Air Force One Premium Scarface. A couple of things that I like about this shoe. Pretty cool. It's half white, half black, based on the Scarface poster. And you got your red laces. You got your Air Force One lace lock. Air Force One right there. You got your Nike Air on the back. You got your black sole, white midsole going all around. So dope. It goes all the way to the top of the tongue. It's half right there, half white, half black. And Nike Air in black and red. And then even on the insole, it's half white and half black. There you have it, guys. The Air Force One Scarface. Pretty dope shoe. Enjoy the show. That's good. Got to see over there.
Yeah. What's good? What's going on, everybody?
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Kicking It. Want to give first a special shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Salute to you fellas.
Hope you had a good one.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it with the family.
So, I guess we're going to talk about something that's been out now for a while. By the everybody's seen it. The ABC Nightline video about the sneakerhead thing. And we're just going to put our 2 cents into this thing. So I'm going to have my man Kick 718 start it off.
Everybody, what's up? So, Sneaker Steve sends me this thing. And he says, yo, you need to check this shit out. This is crazy. And I said, I bet I'll check it out. And it's, it's Nightline's version of what the sneaker game is, right? And there's many sides to the sneaker game. It's obvious that that's just what it is. But the media take that they did to it was completely foul. It completely discredited all the real sneakerheads. Because, the media's take on it was, it's a kid's sport, it's a kid's hobby, it's a money-making scheme, and it's a power-driven thing where you get the sneaker, you like running shit. And I mean, maybe these things are true, but they're not the whole part of the sneaker game. They highlighted the dumbest shit possible.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I get love from people all over the world, and I'm sure Sneaker Steve does. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about how people look out for each other.
The friendships
you build. Absolutely. I mean,
finding people that love the sneakers, the same sneakers that you love, or just that have the same passion as you, and you build these friendships over. I met a ton of great people off of YouTube and Twitter, IG, great people, and that's the one thing they didn't even put. They put the worst part that they could do was to put the reseller, that whole aspect. And that one little kid that says, for the love of the game, sell by trade, is just like, that's not the love of the game.
He has the nerve to say it's a hobby. It's a hobby to him, but that's the life for us. And I mean,
that's the passion,
a lot of people say, oh, well, they kicks and you wear them and stuff. And that's true. Sneakers are meant to be worn.
Exactly.
But, there's so much more behind it. Like, I wear sneakers. I buy sneakers because, they're like memories. I'm buying memories of when I was younger. And you have these people that come and they make things like that was really biased. And they completely shit on what sneakers really mean to people, at least to me. I mean, how you feel about that?
I mean, for me, growing up, I lived in the era where we got to see Jordan play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up, I saw him, in the dunk contest many years ago, and when they first dropped those Jordans, my parents couldn't buy them for me. I could never afford them.
Right.
And it was only till, and I always loved them. But it wasn't until, I grew up, got a really good job, and I was able to afford my stuff. Then that's when I started buying the shoes that I missed out on when I was a kid. It's like you said, it's like nostalgia. It brings back memories, like, for me, the Air Jordan 3 is like freaking bananas for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an iconic shoe for me, because I remember seeing him in the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying?
For me, the Air Jordan 3 is my grill. In my opinion, that's the greatest sneaker ever made. Period. For the time, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 80s. To see that shoe on somebody's foot it was just revolutionary. It was amazing. The
Dope shit.
elephant print, everybody called that shit snakeskin in the 80s. Everybody that really knows what's good, everybody called it the snakeskin. Amazing shoe. That shit with the big Nike Air in the back, never been done.
It was beautiful.
It was just an amazing shoe.
It was beautiful. And,
You know?
And then, and then for this video to come out, it's like you said, it was nice that they put exposure to the sneaker culture that we have, but I think it backfired. Like, the only thing that was good in that video was DJ Clark Kent, because he was the only one that kept it real. Because what it showed was these kids, 15-year-old rich kids with their rich parents taking them to sneaker events, and all that kid had was the hypest shoes out. He didn't have just like regular Jordan 5s or whatever. No, this dude had like the hypest. He had Yeezys. Just all the hype beast shoes you can get. You know what I mean? And that's all he wanted. And then he made like $3,000 in the video, and then he was gonna spend another $1,400 for some Louis Vuitton Kanye West shoes. And I was just like, bro, he just wants to get the next hype stuff. It's just, you can tell he doesn't have, I guess, the respect.
There is
like, he doesn't have, a passion for a sneaker. He just wants it because it's limited edition. You know what I'm saying? He wants the limited stuff. And, I just think that video was just like so completely wrong to put that type out there, because there's more to this sneaker thing than buy, sell, trade. That's one aspect of it, but they didn't put all the other stuff, the culture behind it, the friends that you meet, the connects you make. Some people know the history about some shoes, and the hunting. That's one thing they should have put in. Hunting for a pair of kicks that
they should have done.
Because half the time a lot of people love going to places and hunt for a pair of shoes that that's limited or whatever, but not the hype that a pair of Yeezys these dudes selling on them. It's just, it was very disheartening to watch that video, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. With everything, you have to have a sense of respect. You have to do your homework. You have to know your history of what you're getting into. This happens with many things. It happened with hip hop music. It happened with clothes. It just, you can't just pick something up and be like, yeah, I'm doing this because I'm doing it. No, learn what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you got these little kids and the resellers. And again, this is part of the game. We all understand that. Yeah. The hype beasts have to be there. The resellers have to be there. It keeps everything in balance. We don't all agree with it, but to point out that aspect, just that aspect alone, and not the real aspect, that's some stupid shit. And granted, that's hype. That builds everything. So any sneaker seen there, it's like, oh shit, all of a sudden, that sneaker's hyped. It's a terrible thing. It was in poor taste. It was definitely in poor taste.
Well, there you have it, guys. That was our 2 cents on the ABC Nightline video segment on the sneakerhead thing. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. We'll have another episode of Kicking It next Sunday, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna give once again, we want to give a special shout out to all the dads out there. We hope you had a good Father's Day.
Salute, fathers, absolutely.
I'm Sneaker Steve.
It's Kick 718.
We out of here.
I'm Sneaker.